We're back for round 2. Steam store reviews. The weird, the wonderful, the unhinged, the concerning. It's all here. So get comfy and join me for a trip through the insanity. Let's go. Starting off with Alan Wake. Kalubi here recommends it. It's like Luigi's Mansion, but your vacuum's a gun. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much spot on that. Bit of a different take. Potato Romance does not recommend the game. This game is about a man's obsession with coffee and a girl called Rose. The one thing I've learned from this game is that Energizer batteries are absolutely trash, and I would only ever purchase Duracell. The batteries are shit in Alan Wake, to be honest. And final review for this one. Pocket PC here. 29.3 hours on record. He recommends it, but his entire review is just anal wank. Darksiders 3 coming in next. Arise on here. Not recommended. Less than 3 hours overall. I press dodge. She doesn't dodge. I press left click to grapple. She doesn't grapple. I press jump next to a left to grab it. She doesn't grab it. Next to a left. Either way, she doesn't grab it. Why the fuck is there a boss fight after 5 minutes of gameplay? Why the fuck does every attack stun me? Why the fuck did I respawn at the start of the level when I died to the first boss? What is this? A Souls game? Oh. Oh no. No, 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 no. Slooky here recommended it, just under 26 hours. It is more difficult than the previous ones, but it makes sense, because women are weaker. And Black Dawn here with... well, I think he's got issues trying to get the game to run on his PC. He doesn't recommend it after 35.5 hours. Crashes more than drunk Irish drivers. Indica. Proper bizarre game. I wouldn't even know how to classify it, but I did have a good time playing it, as short as it is. Well, Drag Trashly seems to have a similar experience. They recommend it after just under 5 hours. Beautiful and weird and short. That's also how I like my men. Dex is next. Very fun Metroidvania with cyberpunk aesthetic. I actually really enjoyed this game. Zan's here recommends the game. I attempted to run this game twice, the first time depleting my resources early game and finding myself stuck. However, my second run went smoothly. I knew which perks worked for me, etc., and the game was fun and over quickly. It's a good enough game that I'm considering getting a copy on Switch to play while homeless. Well, that certainly took a turn. And B. Bailey N7 also recommends the game. I get to have sex with 3 different characters without a condom. 10 out of 10. Expedition 33. I love this game. Jimbo here though, after nearly 92 hours, not recommended. Took me 10 minutes to beat the main menu. Incredible experience, breathtakingly beautiful. Everything you heard about Expedition 33 is true. The gameplay and story is a fantastic breath of fresh air in a market that's filled with horrible quadruple A plus games that promise the world but never deliver. It's the GOTY BAFTA, in my opinion. The story had me crying with every cutscene and flashback like a bohemian revolutionary with nicotine dependency who just found out his favourite croissant factory has been closed due to consistent strikes. It took me months to mentally prepare for this game, but if that's the feeling you're looking for, you should purchase it immediately. Then why the negative review? Unfortunately, Expedition 33 portrays the French as charismatic and likeable people. That's too much fiction for my taste. And Fulguros here, after 105 hours there or thereabouts, doesn't recommend the game for a slightly different reason. Can't have sex with Minoko. Guts and Glory next. Fungal Nards is starting us off, not recommending it after 6 hours by simply saying, no. Trench isn't any more impressed, he lasted half an hour before leaving a review of not recommended. This game gave me more cancer than a walk through Hiroshima in 1945. Such a waste of money. I could have purchased at least 7 zucchinis with the money instead, and that would have been worth it. Carriast, I think that's how you pronounce it, don't really know, nor care. They recommend it after 7.5 hours. I like decapitating children. Landlord Super. Starlord reviewed it, recommends it after nearly 15 hours with the greatest game of all time. I played this while drunk, so I could be wrong. Ms. Comics Poontang also recommends it. I woke up in a fucking steaming mood because I live in a fucking shithole. Tenant won't pay his fucking rent, beer tastes of piss, 5 grand in debt, and the bar lass won't even let me shag it. And to finish this one off, Rob Hopeless took a leak in their concrete mix. I am in their floor. Resident Evil 7 now. Shortfuse_Z. Pretty much like my last holiday in London, except the people are friendlier in this game. Yeah, I've been to London, that's about right to be fair. And McSaucy here. Buy Deluxe Edition. Install game. 10 graphics up to max. Get HDR working with 4K OLED TV. Launch game. Okay, this is real Uncanny Valley territory. Make it to the first dark hallway of the game. Exceeds Uncanny Valley. Quick game, uninstall, 10 out of 10, would wimp out again. I don't think Chrono Trigger needs any introduction. Dicros here. Probably butchered that, like the Sephiroth avatar though. Recommends the game. The game crashed right after the guard in the dungeon slashed Chrono. No fade to black, no freezes, just shut down. Until I reloaded my save, I thought that was actually part of the game, and I had just witnessed Chrono's premature execution. Absolutely incredible. Anishi Dono here recommends the game, but I'm pretty sure he was having a midlife crisis as he wrote this. It goes, ha 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 ha. I was born in 82 and was 13 when this came out. I remember having to mow several lawns in order to save up for this game. I walked into the store with my sweaty, greasy money and plopped it onto the counter and said, "1 copy of Chrono Trigger, please." The dude stared at me for a second and said that I'm a customer service, points to the electronics department and says, "Try it over there instead." Feeling like a dumbass, I walk over and say and do the exact same thing. Except this time the dude says, "Coming right up." I then walked home and proceeded to play this game till I hear my mum screaming at me that it's 1 AM and I have school in the morning. I probably bought the game at around 11 AM, probably took me an hour to get to the store and back again, so let's say for the sake of argument that I started playing at noon. I spent the next 13-ish hours playing non-stop. I can see why I did that back then, but now I have to take a break once every couple hours to satiate the nicotine gods. Still, during the time that I played, I barely even felt the passage of time. Time is an artificial construct, an arbitrary system based on the idea that events occur in a linear direction at all times. Always forward, never backward. Is the concept of time correct? Is time relevant? It matters not, for I fear our time has run out! This game is awesome. Yakuza Like a Dragon. Like all the Yakuza games, it's a bit insane. But Jimmy Changa here has left a positive review. In the 19 hours I've played this game, I have stopped a man from selling animal porn videos to horny teenagers, told a man to divorce his wife, then beat the shit out of diaper-wearing Yakuza, reinforced a young girl's will to live by protecting a persimmon, collected numerous cans to exchange for money because I'm poor, gained newfound respect for sex workers, stopped a man from polluting a river with his piss, strengthened a man's relationship with his son after I beat the shit out of him over a dirty bookshelf. Yeah, game's alright. Another positive review by Tirazado. My new homeless friend was trying to tell me how he has a sixth sense for finding toilets in a city, when all of a sudden, a Mexican wrestler interrupts him and attacks me. I had to bring out the big guns and launch an orbital strike which failed to knock him out. Only after hitting him with vibrator did he go down, and I could finish listening to my friend's story. 11 out of 10. And Stealth Blad 3 here ends it with another positive review. You have a Pokédex for sex offenders. Tales from the Borderlands. The Telltale game. You know what you get in with Telltale games, don't you? Well, apparently Dom Zhao II didn't. Not recommended. Less than an hour on record. Not a real game. Shameless scam. I bought this based on the sweet looking trailer, thinking it would be an extra storyline for Borderlands after I played through everything else. This is technically a video game based in the Borderlands universe, but it's really not a Borderlands game. It's basically a Flash game from 2003 era Newgrounds, using the name and universe of Borderlands to convince you to pay $25. Had it occurred to me soon enough, I would have asked for a refund after realising there wasn't any actual gameplay, just a bunch of 2D scenes where you click some buttons and do press F to pay respects type of stuff. It's no first person, second person, third person, or even fourth person? Fourth person, okay. Even if that sounds like what you're looking for, I wouldn't buy it out of principle, since this is basically a way to scam people out of $25 thinking they're getting more content for Borderlands.
The reason that bad things happen to you is because you're a dumbass.
Castelia recommends it. Bro out of bro, would bro again. LeChuck Jr. recommends it. He fist bumped the escape pod and I started crying. 10 out of 10. And MLG Grandad also gets it. Named Firstborn Loaderbot, 11 out of 10. Aliens vs Predator. The Lord SMG here recommends the game. With this game, you can play as a predator and feel powerful and in control of your surroundings. A xenomorph and feel like the monster from a horror movie. Or a marine and feel regret for your choices. It's a bit unbalanced, the PvP in this game. Angus McSnipe recommends it. 6 is hot and I will tap that fine Z Nussy even if it kills me. Gothic 1. Zello. I had to Google how to open a chest. Very good game. Also recommended it. Next you. I was about to start a new game of Gothic when my ex-girlfriend, who broke my heart, called me to tell me that she had been in a horrible car accident. She apologised for hurting me and told me if I came to see her in the hospital, we could get back together. I'm really conflicted. Should I choose old camp, new camp, or sect camp? Stay strong, King. And this gentleman with a toilet for an avatar doesn't recommend the game. To the guy who recommended me this after playing Dragon's Dogma, fuck you! 1000x resist. 1000 times resist? 1000x resist. I'm not sure about that. I know I've played the game and I really liked it, but I still never decided whether it was X or times in the middle of that. Anyway, this game is about passing down trauma, specifically to you, in trying to play through the thing. Not recommended, Slep's not a fan. Gay Cosmic Horror seemed to like it though. I started playing 1000x Resist at roughly 10:40 PM last night. I stand before you now at 10:48 AM, around 12 hours later, having been released from my trance. I've spent 8 minutes unfurling my hunched back from over my Steam Deck with a flurry of pops, rivaling even the most egregious of New Year's fireworks. I am exhausted. I am dehydrated. I need to pee. I want to turn back time and do it all over again. Edit. I chose 1000x Resist as a nomination in the Steam Game Awards. I am a lowly worm desperately seeking dopamine, and I will get that dopamine through a Steam badge that I need to edit this review for. Carry on! And topping it off, Curse here, nice and simple, recommends it purely because Healer can get it. Trails in the Sky, fantastic RPG series, The Legend of Heroes. I've had a lot of fun with these. Bit of a mixed bag on the review. Kelly here, yeah, I love tits. Trails in the Sky. I think we can all agree with Kelly. Not sure what's going on with Beaker B here. For some reason, the entire map of the game endlessly spins. And Chizad here, just really boiling the review down to the essentials, getting straight to the point. The cows have a good moo. Tomb Raider 1 to 3 remastered. Bit of a mixed bag in the reviews here. Where is Spencer recommends it, but he appears rather sad because no more triangle boober, sad face. Misty, love heart, not recommended. 0.4 hours on record. Lara straight up kills a bunch of dogs in the opening cutscene. Don't like all the animal killing. So here's the cutscene. Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking wolves that killed her guy, and we're about to kill her. What the fuck does Misty expect? And Luke here recommends the game. Love the original Tomb Raider. Love the original Lara Croft. Love this remaster. Hate Crystal Dynamics. Simple as. Level Devil. Honestly, this game's great fun, but it is rage-inducing, so I can understand some of these reviews. Starting Level Devil reviews off is Datsa with a great alternative to killing yourself. Altin Kurulboz, I have no idea if I've pronounced that right, has not recommended it. Said, I gave it a thumbs down just to be a
Can't.
The game is great. Unep, the developer, responded, did you just troll the Troll King? Pinguino, do you want to play 200 variants of spikes appearing below your feet right before the end of the level? If so, this game is for you. It's got one joke and it just keeps telling it. How many times you laugh may vary. The developer responded again, excuse me, 3 levels have no spikes. Even rage baited in replies to the reviews. What an absolute legend. Unoriginal Fox here simply says, ah! 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 And so on. To which Unep replies, thank you for the thoughtful review. Oblivion. I still say this is the best Elder Scrolls game. Well, some hate recommends it. Patrick Stewart told me that I am the one from his dreams. 11 out of 10. Brother Joffrey also recommends it after 83 hours. 2 bandits were chatting. I blasted one with a huge ball of fire. He fell to the ground screaming, engulfed in flames. The other bandit took one look at the charred body and said, must have been the wind, and walked off. 11 out of 10. And this gentleman, not even going to try pronouncing that, almost done making my character. 602 hours on record. Hitman, World of Assassination. Recommended by Barrel Roll. I'm getting so many S ranks in these missions, they're calling me Shitman. Also recommended by Lou. 23 years ago, I played the very first Hitman. Since then, I've always wanted to be as cool and mysterious as Agent 47. Now, 23 years later, Hitman 3 made me realise my true destiny, becoming as bald. And another recommended review after 263 hours by Smeet. Please add sex. Final Fantasy 14. Probably my favourite MMO, I love this game. Well, Serene here has recommended it after more than 6,000 hours. 3 things that has happened today to me. Number 1, my friend told me he hates Final Fantasy 14. Number 2, my friend got hit by a bus. Number 3, I lost my bus driving licence. I don't see how any of those things are connected. Kyo also recommends it after more than 35,000 hours on record. Can't wait till I get Alzheimer's so I'll be able to play this game for the first time again. And finally, Paperbag Ghost also recommends it. It's okay, need more playtime to get a better idea. 54,906 hours on record. So Elex coming in next. Locke recommends it. A highly realistic game. The first NPC I meet asks me to follow him. I stop for a second to pick up some flowers, turn around and he's gone. Just like my parents, 11 out of 10. Also recommended after nearly 70 hours by Stalkborn Sage. Do you like dinosaurs, Vikings, Mad Max, battle robots straight from Warhammer 40k, sci-fi, burning shit with a flamethrower, strange abominations, burning abominations with a flamethrower, dialogue so stupid that it's funny, getting killed by a chicken, getting revenge on that chicken just 15 hours later? You will like this game. Quite frankly, if that hasn't sold you on the game, I don't know what will. Herpes here, with a review that matches his name. It's like pegging. You just have to take it like a man and whimper, and in the end, you're going to like it. And taking the award for most clueless reviewer this week, Lope Frets. I don't own this game, I don't know why I can write a review for it. Just Cause 3. The Almighty Panda has left a positive review. You're basically Spider-Man, but you're on steroids, and you have infinite parachutes, and you have a wingsuit, and you have a cooler name, and you can steal cars, and you can steal someone's airplane in mid-flight. So it's kind of like GTA 2, but it has a bigger map, and better graphics, and a better storyline, and a wingsuit, and practically everything is destructible. The explosions are cooler. Maybe it's more like an action movie, but you're the protagonist, and you have a wingsuit. Need a tank? No big deal. Just go borrow one from the army. They may shoot at you, but that's okay. They're helping you to learn how to dodge bullets. Ever collapsed a bridge and watch a train fall into hundreds of innocent civilians? I have. It was fun. Did I mention there was a wingsuit? And this person here, I'm getting mixed messages. They recommend it after 10.8 hours. Worth the money spent on it. Product received for free. Amnesia: The Dark Descent. This game kicked off a whole new genre of survival horror, just making you pretty much helpless. Absolutely terrifying. Well, The Abyss, he seems to agree because his review is by far the strongest laxative ever made. Ham Goblin, what a name, recommends it. I started playing this game when the sun finally went down. I put on my headset, shut off the lights, and off I went. I finished the game just as the sun came up. I then took off my filled diaper, got a cup of coffee, and called my mother. And I think Gaz speaks for all of us. He recommends it with 57.6 hours on record. Most of those hours were spent in a closet. Fallout New Vegas. So Bren recommends the game after 261.7 hours. Wake up from coma. Doctor gives me knife. Stab everyone in town. Take all their stuff. Sold it to the NCR. Headed to Vegas. Beat a giant bee with my fists and almost died. Threw dynamite at some wheelie robots. Walked into the Vegas Strip. Gambled until no casino would have my business. Took my earnings. Bought a minigun. Went back to the Strip and killed everyone. Made sure to eat their corpses. Left and went to a bar where a robot had intercourse with me. This was just my first time playing the game. Fantastic. Timo also recommends the game. Met a cute girl in the desert. My VAT said I had a 0% chance to hit that. 10 out of 10, such realism. And another positive review from Fred Helmet 84. Was drowned in a lake. Drank water from same lake. Survived. 10 out of 10. So I think George may have been having a little bit of a struggle session before he wrote this review. It's not recommended after he's played for 3.5 hours. What the fuck was that first boss? Extremely bad game design. Screw you! Cheshire seems to have had a vastly different experience. 30.5 hours. He recommends the game. Have you ever been playing Dark Souls and thought, what this is really missing is the narrator from Stanley Parable? Well, have I got the game for you? Laughing whilst crying. And finally, the most mature review today from Fat Girls Lover. It's not recommended. Got the game on sale. Still felt like a cheap cash grab. Do not recommend. Poo poo! Portal 2. No idea how to say this name. The only 2 holes I went into. Dolan Dark seems to have found a secret forbidden hole as well. With the help of portals, I can now fuck myself in the arse. Thanks, Valve. And just like last time, I'm just happy I can help Blue Umbrella here be seen. Nobody will read my review, so I'll just say I'm gay. We see you. We hear you. And there we have it. That's the end. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. As always, please remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any other ideas for things I should be reviewing other than just Steam games. I'm considering doing maybe trying to find Amazon products. Maybe that'll be fun. Don't know. And yeah, just thanks for your time viewing. Have a great day now. Bye.